Hi, it's Pastor Paul L. Anderson here at the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, where we believe God's blessings never stop flowing. It is Triumphant Thursday. I don't know about you. I am just still thanking God for the Easter weekend, Resurrection weekend, all the wonderful things that God has done for us, how he has propelled us forward. And we thank God for the rain that came, for the cool weather we've had. Now, all of our yards look so green. Our flowers are just blossoming and blooming. That reminds us why we celebrate Easter. It's about newness of life. It's about resurrection. And now, as we're propelled from the resurrection story, now we move towards victorious living in all of our lives. On this Triumphant Thursday, I want to ask that you will please look with me into an Old Testament passage of 1 Samuel, the 17th chapter, verses 1 through 23. A very powerful message. This is the background of the message. There's a man by the name of Jesse. Jesse has these 8 sons, and God has blessed him to have all of these sons. Can you believe it? Anyone with that many sons, that's almost enough to have your full baseball team, your basketball team, and all that you would need. But look at what happens in the story. Israel now finds itself engaging in war, and Saul is their leader. And now they find themselves in a conquest, a battle against a group of people known as the Philistines. And so while they're in this battle, the way they would do it in their day, everybody just didn't go in and fight. It was almost like send your best man. So the Philistines had this guy by the name of Goliath of Gath. He was a tall man. He was huge. Some have said he was 9 feet tall. Insomuch so, just his very presence was so intimidating. And that's the reason why no one has gone out to fight him. Now, they're taunting and saying all of these things against God's people. Remember, Saul is the king. He's the one who's the leader. And now there's something happens in this story that gives it a strange and interesting shift. Well, Jesse has these older sons that are out there fighting. He has this one young son, his baby boy, David. David is a young guy. He's ruddy. He's out there with the sheep all day. He is practicing being a shepherd. Little did he know, his shepherding the sheep, God was preparing him to be a shepherd for Israel. So the story unfolds that Goliath comes out there taunting, send me your best man. And Jesse sends David to take his brother some food. As he's taking them some food, he begins to find out what's going on, guys, what's happening. And they look and they see David coming, and they know David. David was that inquisitive son. He was the one who always wanted to know what's going on. I guess in the words of the old song, what's going on? What's happening? And they tell them, and he begins to see with his very own eyes how Goliath comes and he taunts all of them. Nobody answers his response. David gets a little bit moved by this, and he's going like, what in the world is going on? We cannot allow this big guy defy the armies of our God. My brothers and sisters, I want to remind you that God always raises up someone who will tell the devil, you have no power, you have no force that is greater than the force of God. Today, as we begin to unfold this text and as we've seen it, you'll find out that it is a challenge for you. It's a challenge for me. That whatever enemies come against us, they are not as strong as our Heavenly Father. So today I want to remind you on this Triumphant Thursday that God too will give you the strength that you need, just like he did for David, just like he did for all of Israel. And then you will know that the battle is not yours, but the battle is the Lord's. And until tomorrow, always know that you're exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and I'll see you on tomorrow.
To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for all of your gifts and donations that you've given to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. We thank you for what you've done in the past, what you're currently doing, and what you will do in the future. Your gifts and donations helps us to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, not only locally, but throughout the world. Thank you again for your gifts, and may God continue to richly bless you. It is here at the Fountain that we believe that we are exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and may you receive those blessings that God has in store for you.